Hey guys, welcome to Code Slash, and this is our first video on this YouTube channel. So today we will be building a UI, Android UI. We will be implementing that UI using Android XML. So let's see that what kind of a UI we will be building. So yeah, here is the UI which is developed by this lady. So this UI contains you can see this is pretty good UI, and I found this UI a few days back on Instagram, and then I traced it back to Dribbble. So I thought let's implement these in Android XML. So before directly coding or before starting coding, I think we should analyze first the design, that how what kind of approaches we could use, and what kind of things what are the different approaches we could like think of, and then which is the finalized and like most feasible approach that we could implement. So we'll be doing that, and before that let's just build the project. So I'll give it a name, code plus 101. Okay guys, so let's finish it up. So let it build, and we'll go to whiteboard. You must be like seeing that. So let's go to whiteboard and just implement that. Just think about what kind of approaches we could use, right? Bye guys. So guys, so as you can see, here we have a whiteboard, and I have drawn a rough layout of the first screen. And yeah, this will be a multi-part series. So for the first part, we'll be implementing this UI, right? So let's look at the design. I've already showed you the UI, the original UI. You can see this. I've tried my best to like pretty much implement this UI. So yeah, so there are a few things that we need to note here. There is a menu button. This search. This home button. I've drawn home little bit. It's not at all good, so let's leave it like that. So there is a home button. So yeah, so as you can see, there is a menu button. The UI is kind of like a drawer. Means the UI haven't mentioned anything about the UI, because there is only this. I'll be assuming that. So this is a drawer kind of a UI. So we'll be opening and closing this UI by clicking on this menu button, right? So when we click on this menu button, it will get open and close. So for that we need to give some animation. So let's I'll come to that later. So for this is a product list. This is a list item. In list item there is an image, name, price, and a heart button to make it favorite. So we'll be implementing all of these, right? And so first of all, so there are multiple kind of approaches that we could use to implement this UI. So for the first that I could think of is we can use drawer layout. But there is one issue in Drawe layout. So I'm assuming this product list will get scaled based on this behavior. So whenever it's closed, it is this menu get closed. This product list will get the entire width, and whenever this gets open, it will take only this much width. So for that, when we use drawer layout, and we also need to implement like click on both of these sides. So I think using drawer layout would be like too manual. There are multiple lines of code that we need to write to override the default behavior of a drawer layout. So instead of that, we could use like two fragments, one activity. This is another fragment. This is another fragment. We can use also as this as a dialog fragment, and this is a main fragment. But the most easiest approach that I could think of is we can use one constraint layout, second constraint layout in one activity. So what will happen is, we'll use this as a constraint layout, this as a constraint layout, and we'll give its start to its end. So whenever it gets scaled, it will automatically get scaled. And for this we need to make this behavior look like a drawer layout. We will implement click, and we will also implement some of the animation that we need to show, like whenever we click on these and we need to open these. So for that we will like use slide in animation and slide out animation, kind of that. So on click of this home button, so I don't know what's the use of this home button yet, because there are only two screens and there is no home screen or something like that. So I don't know, but so we'll be implementing this home button in this drawer menu. It will not be a part of this activity, but this lady and perfume, these two will be a part of main activity. This menu button will be a part of main activity. So these concept layout would only have these list view. It's also a category, so you can go there, means you can see in the UI that there are three category type of a thing. So this is also a list view, this is home button. So it will be these two things are part of this menu, and all the other things, this search button, all the other things will be part of the uh, main activity. And the second concept layout would only have this product list, right? So I think, and this list item in this few words of things, I think I've almost described everything. So let's get back to the our laptop, and let's start coding. So yeah, see you there. Bye. So hey guys, so we are done with the whiteboard thing, and I've tried to explain all the approaches, and so we have finalized the final approach using two constraint layout. So let's get started. So yeah, our project is built. There are a few dependencies that I'll be including this build.gradle. I've just copied it and I've just put it here. So this is for dynamic size, means if, instead of like DP, you should use, or you can use SDP or SSP for font. So using that you can like give it a dynamic size. Material design components, sync it in. So why to use SDP? So for you don't need to design every means you don't need to design for every other device size. Means this will manage most of your stuff. Like for fonts, it sometimes doesn't work well, but most times it works well. So yeah, so we have just included it. So close it. Oh, wait. So I think, yeah, so it's done. So let's get started with our activity main. So let's remove this text view first. So I just showed you that we need to use two constraint layout. So let me first create a constraint layout. Constraint layout. Give it a, so I think I'll give it a 70 STP. Match parent. ID CL drawer menu. So it's always good to give ID to its relative use. Means we are using it for drawer layout, so it's good to use the drawer thing mentioned in the ID. So it will be useful whenever you code. So we'll attach its start to start constraint to parent, and top to parent, and bottom to parent. So it gets attached to that only term of parent. So yeah, I think it's done. Okay, so my bad, I think I have done some mistake. Top of parent. So I think it's pretty good. So now a few things that I forgot to mention. So first we need to use color picker. So yeah, so it's copied. So go to color.xml and color name color. So we are using for drawer, so let's keep it that way. Yeah, color drawer, and give it a background the red color drawer. So yeah, it's done. It's pretty visible now. So let's go to UI. So we need to implement, so as I said, we need to implement one RecyclerView for ListView and home button. So we'll use one RecyclerView, match parent, wrap content. So we'll give it a name. So as you can see, there is suggested popular, so it's kind of a product category. It's not product category, it's like home, means it's main category. Means you can use suggested products, popular products, floral. I don't know what does it mean by floral. Means it's kind of a product type. So let's give it like CL product main category. or we can use product drawer category, so we don't get confused. We need to give its consist top of parent and bottom to bottom of parent, start of parent, and end to end of parent. So whenever you use constraint layout and you give start to start parent and end to end parent, then you can use width as 0 dp instead of match parent, something like that, because you already gave constraint to this, so it will be in center by default. And same for height, you can use 0 dp, right? But I'll tell you why we won't use it in here, so later when we implement the list view. So for now, keep it this way. We also need to implement this home button, so let's implement that home button. So for that we need to use image view. Image view will give it wrap content, start to start of parent and bottom to bottom of parent and end to end of parent. So these are the constraints. If you don't understand anything, just mention it in the comment or mail me. I'll give all the details, related details to this project. I'll also give you the Github link in the for this project in the description, so you could directly go there and do whatever you want to do with the code. It's your code. It's not your code. It's my code. So leave it that now and focus on this. So yeah, we need a drawable. So yeah, we need a home icon. For that we need to have this home icon. For that we go to drawable, new vector asset, and I've already chosen this and give it a name. If you don't know, then you can go to here and just select this one or whatever icon you need for your project. Okay, give it a name. We'll going to name it AC home. We need a white color, and so it's here, so you can see it's resolved now. So now we need a background. So background that looks like this one, this one. So for that we also need this color, so I'll just go and pick this color. Okay, alright. So color picked, go to color.xml, give it a color, and it's for color home drawer. It's okay, chalo chalega. So it's done. Now we'll go to its background. So we need another drawable. We name it as BG home. BG means background, home. We use it as shape. We'll give it, so we need solid. As this drawer home. We also need corners for that. So as you can see, so we just need to give this corner as top right. So we'll give it top right radius. We'll give it like 50 stp. So if you have any question, you can just comment down below, or I'll give entire code in GitHub, and I'll give all the related links in this description. So yeah, so let's get back to our code again, and we give this background as drawable BG home. So you can see it's tiny little thing. Yeah, it's match parent, not match parent. Here we'll have to give ref parent, or we need to give a fixed height. So I think 50 stp would be okay, but if we want more, then we could use like 70. So I think it looks pretty good. Now for we need like padding, start 20 stp, padding and 30 stp, padding top 10 stp, padding bottom 10 STP, give it as 10 STP. So it doesn't look that good, right? So we'll just remove this bottom padding, or like we'll give it a try 5 STP, and from start we can give it like 15 STP. So it's kind of look great, right? But I think if you want we can give it like 20 STP. Oh, 20 STP. So yeah, it looks great, but I think we give it as 20 STP. So it works. It worked actually. So yeah, we implemented a home button and give it an ID, and we'll give it as IV home drawer, right? So now we will implement these 4 things. So for that we need a menu icon. So go to vector asset, search for menu, give it IC menu. We need black color in this, so we'll implement black. Next, finish. We will also need a back arrow, so whenever it is open it will be, the icon will change to back. So back arrow, back. I think we'll use this one. IC arrow underscore back, and it will be also black color. Finish. So yeah, it's done. Now we need a search icon. So let me implement let me get all the icons, so we need not go to this vector asset thing every time. So get this IC search, IC underscore search, and finish. So I think we have got all the icons. So now so now few things to get to know. It's lady. So lady is I think a main category, like lady or a gent or something like that. And perfume is a product type. So we'll get 2 text views outside this, because these 3 things, these menu, lady and perfume, these 3 things will be part of activity. So we'll implement all these 3 things here. So give it a wrap content, give it ID, IV, menu, give it a start parent, top parent, and give it a margin. Overall margin will be given 30 STP, right? And as we need to give it a wrap content, so it will be directly automated to directly go to center. So we need to give a source, and source will give IC menu. So yeah, so as you can see, we in this thing we will be able to see that there is an image view, but in this we are not able to see that there is image view or not. So for that we need to give it a translation Z and give it any 2 STP or something like that, and it will be up. So yeah, it's good. Now let's implement text view. Text view. Give it a wrap content. ID will be TV product type category. With a start parent start parent top to bottom of IV menu. We need to give margin start as 30 STP, margin top as 10 STP. It's kind of here, and let's give a text now. So as you can see, we are now let's give it a name, lady, So we have already give it a name, but it is also not, we are not able to see it. So let's give it same translation Z, and yeah, we can see it now, right? So now so I think margin top 10 is a bit much. Let's give it a 5 STP and it works great. S1 I think 10 would be okay. Okay, so it works well. So let's implement another text view, which will be a perfume. So give it a wrap content. I will have to give it ID, TV, product, not category but product type only, right? Give it a text, perfume, give it a text size, will like give it 30 SSP, give it start parent, top to bottom of @ID TV, product type category. Then we also need to give it translation Z to STP, and we also need to do margin start as 30 STP. So yeah, it looks good, but we also need to give it like font bold. So give it a text style as bold, font and yeah, text color. So text color will be color Android color black. So it worked well. So for this one okay, it doesn't look that well, bad black. Yeah, should work, right? So now we also need this another image view, which will be of search icon. So let's just copy this, so we need not write to do everything. So IV search, instead of start, let's give it end parent. Instead of margin start, margin will be okay. IC search. So yeah, it worked, right? So it is also visible. So we need not give translation idea because it's already on like top of every other screen. So yeah, I think this is done. So now we need to use ListView. So for that we need adapter class. So first of all, let's create a package adapter. In adapter, let's give a class not product but category type list. Give it a class. Sorry. I need to refactor it. Rename type adapter. So yeah, we also need to implement RecyclerView dot view folder. We'll create another sorry, my bad adapter. Inside that we'll give category type adapter dot view folder. We create another class inside this class as view folder, and in that we'll have things. Wait, and yeah, we need to implement this RecyclerView dot view holder, and we also need to pass view here. So just the view as view. Import this implement members. it's done, right? So we have implemented basic things. Now let's go to activity main activity. Get it done like private value category type adapter and so my mouse is not working. Wait. So category type, category. So instead of, let's say, null, we can use like late init. We'll initialize it later, late init. Okay, late init, right? We'll use like category type adapter is equals to category type adapter. We have RV. Think we give an ID, right? Oh, sorry, we have used CL here. So we'll use RV dot adapter. Okay, we need to import this first. Adapter is equals to category adapter. Now we dot linear layout manager is equals to, so we need linear layout manager because we need a vertical list view. So linear layout manager, in that we need to pass. So let's see that what. So for context we will use these. Only we use as we need the vertical list. So we'll use linear layout manager dot vertical. And so what is this third? So reverse layout. So we do not need reverse. So give it a false. So create a dummy because we need not have dynamic thing. So just give list of type categories. Sorry. Okay. Late init. List of string for now, or we need to maintain that favorite or something like that. So I think for that we need to like use model or not. So for now let's keep it as string. Later we'll see if we need to like maintain this or not. So we'll put is equals to error list, or like we can directly assign it error list of suggested popular and floor. So suggested popular floral. So let's give these two things. Okay, so keep it up. So yeah, so we'll give it name as a list of items. Give it a category type adapter, not instead of it's a list of string. So just give list of string. So worked. So now just return for item count. Let's just return list of items. Okay. So we need just stuff items dot size. We need to create a view holder and this then bind these view holder. So in this we'll get all the things that will. So first of all, let's just bind. Before that, let's create another UI, which will be an item UI. Item list, item product type underscore category. So in this you can see that we need a text and we need this dot. So for that we need one split, we need minimize it. So we need one text view, so like use text view, wrap content, id tv, product type name, product type category name. And as you can see, we just need like two things, so we can use linear layout as well. So instead of constraint layout, use linear layout. And for linear layout means instead of just match panel, let's use wrap content. So give tools text temp. So we can see here there is temp. We need a dot. So for dot we use, I think, view. We will use view. So yeah, we also need to mention orientation. Orientation is, you see, vertical orientation. Give it a view id v dot, sorry, not font, v dot. So as long as this thing, we'll use height as 1 stp, width as 1 stp. Zooming, we'll keep it as center. So layout gravity center, right? We need to also give background. So first let's try giving color door home and let's see how it looks. So it's pretty small dot, so give instead 2 stp. Oh, my mouse is not working well, right? So I think this is enough, right? But I think we also need to give some padding also. Oh, so not padding, but let's give it margin, overall margin 10 stp. Think that would be okay. So yeah, so you can see this dot is like square dot and here it is rounded. So what we will do, we'll create drawable. So at any point of time, if you think that you have a better option, you can mention that in the comment, or you can email me also and I'll look into that, and thank you for that in advance. So we all are here for learning, so let's do that first. So bg dot, we need to give it a shape, and as it's a rounded shape, so we'll give that shape as oval, and solid as color for home. And what if we give drawable bg dot, oh, it's round a key, yeah. So let's implement these. Okay, we have done this, that, this and that, this and that, this and that. So now we need to return a view from a view holder from C. So what we need to do is return inflator. So that we need to use like parent dot layout inflator dot from will pass parent dot context dot inflate, then r dot layout dot. So we need to import r so that dot item product type category, and there's another thing asked. What is that? View group. So we have view group as parent. Okay, another thing. Found view required view holder. Okay. Let me check. Required view holder. Found view dot root view. Okay, that will also be view, and we need to pass view holder, and for that we need to like put everything in this view holder. So view holder this. So I think I'm right. Let's see what happens next. Mouse. Okay, so let's reference some of your net value. Let's use value. We have product type name as text view is equals to, we need to give find view by id r dot id dot product. Okay. Think it's done. Same for the dot v dot it's v only, right? So holder dot product type name. There is some issue. Okay. Product name type name dot set. Okay, direct text is equals to list of items of folder dot adapter position dot. Okay, it's string, so it's okay. Now there's a tricky part here, but we'll look at that later. Now let's use this v dot. Okay, so holder dot v dot. So we need one interface here, and we need a model class. I'll tell you why. Because we need to show selection in here, and when this is selected, others are not selected. So we need to maintain that. And for that, we need to use model class to maintain that what is there and what is not. So let's do that. Create a model class. Package model will give it class category type model. We'll use it data class, so that give name string product name is selected. So by default it will be false, is equals to false, and it's done, right? We also need to like create interface, so create another package interface, and that will use interface I remove dot interface function selected. I think do not need one, right? So let's keep it that way. We'll see if we need it later. For now, just instead of this, we'll use category type model. Use category type model. We'll use dot product name, and if is selected, then we'll use holder dot visibility is equals to view dot invisible. Else, okay, sorry, my bad. Selected, so we need to show visible. When it is selected, we need to show visible, and when it is not, we need to show invisible. And one another thing is that, so whenever we like, so that I have to like run this app, so that it will be better that way. So create an error list, category type model, give it name suggested, and so not giving it because by default it's false. Give popular and give floral. Okay. So it's invisible. Think it's okay, right? So whenever it is selected, when we change selection, so I think we need an interface calling here, because whenever we change the selection, we need to remove all other views all other dots. So we need to do that. So first of all, let's just run it first and let's see how it looks till now. So I have run the app and I got this issue, and I found this issue that my code I need not to forgot to pass false. So now let's run it again. So I think everything looks nice. It should run now, but I'm not sure. I don't say that, right? I should not say that. I think everything works fine. Everything will work fine. It's installing. If you are able to see, launching activity, and yeah, it's launched. So let me give you a look. So it's launched. So it looks kind of like that, like this. So I think we do not need this action bar. So for that, we will go to styles.xml and put it here, no action bar. So now we will not get action bar from next time. And the other thing that I found out is, give item product type category. In this we need to put a text alignment to center, and we need to show dot. So if you can see, there is no dot right now because everything is false. To make it, so we need to click, so we need to put id here, ll click ll item. Now we need to mention that item in here, ll item. Folder dot ll item dot set on click listener, right? And whenever we click on this item, we need to make this text color pink. So we'll use this dot set text color context compat dot get color t dot context r dot color dot drawer home. Whenever click on this item and invisibling it, will make it black again. R dot and android dot r dot color dot black. Think I need to like unresolved reference IT item view or holder dot item view dot context black text color black android color black. And whenever it gets invisible, we'll use this selected true. Okay, so now why we need, so we need to notify data, we need to call notify data set changed on click, right? So for that we need, I removed it, so use function selected and we'll pass the object. So item category type model. So now we'll do few things. First we'll implement that in here. I remove, oh my bad, sorry, I remove dot implement that interface in here, pass that interface in this initialization, like okay, this will catch that in here wherever I remove dot, and whenever we click on this, we'll use I remove dot selected and pass holder dot adapter position list of items this. So you got it? I think this will call that, and then what we'll do is we'll use this list of this type of categories, and okay, I think there is something wrong in my understanding. So we'll click on this, we'll do this, and we'll do this. We'll visible the dot, and now we need to like do something. Okay, let's get, okay, so first let's run this portion only to check whether it works or not. I think that's okay. It's running. Sometimes it takes too much of time to run. I think it did. Okay, it's done. Here it is. Security suggested is in center, popular is in center, now floral is in center, but there is no dot. So click on that. So you can see this popular. So now all are getting selected. So we need to do something about this. So we need to use 5 STP. 5, I think that will be too much. STP. I think that's okay. Text size 13 SSP, right? And keep margin top like 5 STP, right? So yeah, I think it's done. So now we need to remove every selection. So as you can see, we have been able to select multiple items and all are getting selected. So what we need to do is, whenever we select one, all the rest of the things. So for that, what we will do is, we'll use list categories dot what we will do is, we can give it an item ID or something like that. For that, for now, if we use 1 2 3, then we can pass that ID and just change its flag, and then we can do notify dataset change. I think we can do that, or what we can also do is, we can use this dot list of items dot its ID. So let's give it an ID. Type not adapter, so type model. Give it one another field in here, which will be value item ID as string. Okay, not string, integer instead. Item ID. Okay. So okay. So let's put. So we are giving static IDs for now, but we'll do something about it later. So yeah, so we need. So as I said, I put some static item IDs. 2, 3. Okay. So now what I'll do is, from dot list of items of item dot item ID dot for each if ID dot ID is equals to 1, equals to item dot item ID, then we'll put item dot is selected equals to true. So it's showing error because here it is. Well, we can use where. Now it's done. And for else, and we need to set others selected as false. So what we'll do is, we'll use false for rest of the things. Else false. So I think it's done, and at last we'll do is, category dot notify dot adapter dot notify dataset changed. I don't mind to like keep it as it's not null, something like that. Need to use these. So I think this would work. Let's hope that it works. So it's not that tough. It's like the first video of mine. So leave it. So we have to like this. It appears big. So will I change its height? It is installing. It's installing. It's kind of look like this. Use this. On click of it. Click of it. It doesn't do anything. Okay, it's done. Okay, there is something wrong with our code. Okay, take a list of items, but for each item not is selected is equals to it dot item id. If item id is equal to this. So okay, yeah. And at the end we are doing notify dataset changed. So I think there is something wrong with our adapter code. My mouse. Leave it. So what we are doing is selected, then we will keep it as visible. So if it's selected, then what we'll do is keep it here. Black invisible and do this. So it is showing some error. Okay, id dot context, instead that use this and run it again. So by default, and none of it will be selected. So no, nothing. I don't know why, but only last item is getting selected. Select a list of items with adapter position. There I am wrong. Because what I'm doing is I'm passing the adapter position. So all of are visible. So I think we need to mention another boolean not an integer. So like keep it as private values selected position as -1 for this and this. I think this will be okay. And instead of this, selected position, on click of it, we'll use selected position is equals to the item that is we click on. So item dot dot item id. Selected this selected position will pass selected position wali item. And I think now it should work, because it should work. Oh, crash. Okay, so what's the crash? Array index out of bound. Okay, so what I've done is, so here whenever we click on the first item, then at that time set to position will be -1. So instead of that, what we'll have to do is, we'll have to first, on click of the item, we need to take its position. For that we need to use something like that. If selected position is equals to -1, then we need to like it dot get position of the item. Click of that item, we need to get the position of the item. Because -1 initially it will be -1, and we need to change based on the click, and on click we need to get the position which item is clicked. Is it 0th, 1th or 2th? Or sorry, 2nd, not 2th. So we need to somehow change the position. So yeah, so I think there is something that has to be changed. So for now what we'll do is, if selected position by default is -1, so if selected position does not equals to -1, we'll call this method selected, and otherwise we'll just put folder dot adapter position, the selected position on click. So here we need to pass. So what we'll have to do is, we'll have to do things if does not equals to -1, then we'll pass selected position, because we just need to do some bit of changes. Wait, we'll pass list of items of selected position. I think now it should work, because it should work. I think so, it should work. Not yet working. So if selected does not equal to -1, still we need to pass else will pass I think this will work. This will definitely work. I hope so. There is some issue that I think I'm not able to find out. If I do this, remove dot, if I selected, if item dot is selected is equals to it dot item id, I'll send the item that is selected to it dot item id. So if id dot item id is equals to it dot item id, then it will be true, right? So let's find out. Let's see some logs. It's a debug log. Position item dot item id dot to string. So let's see. what logs have to say about this. So position 1, position 1, position 1. On each click I've got position 1. And why is that? And I need to check. So I removed out the selected list of items. Okay. Selected position is equals to list of items dot selected position holder dot adapted position dot item ID. I think that is it I want. Because here we have 1, 2, 3 and adapter position, and here so we are giving it as an item ID. Ordered position instead, give this. In any case, we'll have to give this, even if it -1 or not. If it doesn't work, then we need to rethink the entire scenario. I'll have to check what's the issue. It took way more time than I thought. Okay, crash and stuff like that. So let's just forget about this scenario. What we'll do is forget about all of these things. So let's just do one thing. An activity main, instead of this, what we'll do is we'll just keep track of the last item which was selected. So what we'll do is, instead of item, we'll pass item ID, or let's say position. It will be an integer. For that we need to use here integer okay, my bad, integer ID position. Okay, now here we need to pass selected position. So if selected position does not equals to -1, then we'll pass this. Otherwise we'll think about it. For now, keep it this way, and we'll pass holder dot adapter position. Now what we'll do is, with the position that we get, we'll use it as dot get position get. We'll pass this position dot find view by ID. It will be a text view. R dot ID dot TV category name dot visit dot color context dot get color. This and R dot color dot your home. So yeah, it's pretty big. Do the same for view. So for view, so v dot, and will dot visibility, visibility is equals to view dot visible, right? So instead of all this, it's done. So we got the selected position. So this is selected position, and if it's not -1, it's not -1, then we'll do this, and if it is -1, then we'll have to just show this as it is. So we'll put all of these here. This we'll put this portion in here. And I think one more thing that I forgot to add, we'll use stock item dot other dot that is equals to true. and we'll do this the function, then instead we'll use selected position, we'll pass selected position, the last selected position. So if it is -1, then we'll do selected position equals to holder dot adapter position. So we'll do this, so we'll pass it with, that will be a last position, so we'll keep it as android dot r dot color dot black, and instead of visible we'll use invisible. Visible color drawer home is selected is equals to true, and we'll do same thing, we'll need to keep this thing as false. So as we are selecting here, so what we'll do is we'll just put in here selected position dot is equals to false. It should work. It worked. As you can see, on selection basis it is doing something like this. So I think now we have like achieved a tough task that we were trying to do like since many times. So now what we'll do is, so this approach is done, so just cut this thing. Now we need to add some animation and click of this IV menu. So let's put IV menu dot set on click listener. We need to show animation. So for that, what we'll do is okay, so first we need to give this consider layout and ID. So we already given it cl drawer dot animation is equals to any, I don't know the exact term, animation utils dot load layout animation. This, so let's just try. I don't know whether I'm doing the right thing or not, but let's just animator dot, okay, animator dot slide, okay, anim dot slide out, right? So we need to open this animation dot okay. Animation dot, okay, let's see if it works. Okay, layout animation controller, required animation. Okay, so first cl row dot menu dot is visible if is visible, dot visibility is equal to view dot visible else. If it's visible, then we'll have to like close the means we need to Drawe menu dot visibility is equals to view dot gone, and if it's like invisible, okay, we need to do this. And also we need to change IV menu dot drawable is equals to context compat dot get drawable this dot drawable dot arrow IC arrow back. Dot statement drawable, sorry. Right, when it's visible, we'll put that IV menu again, IC menu, sorry. So when we click on IV menu, and if it's visible, then there will be a button, there will be an arrow, sorry. So here we'll put IC home and IC arrow back. So first let's see whether it works or not. Sorry. So yeah, as you can see, yeah, as you can see, there is this home button, but it's not visible, I guess. For that, because we have written IC home in here, instead IC home we'll write IC menu. Now that's done, and hope that this time it should work. So if CLDrawer.visibility is visible, then we'll make it gone and show IC menu. Otherwise we'll make it visible. If it's not visible, we'll make it visible. And IV menu is IVR. It sounds good. Let's see. So we'll use this. It's closed. This. Working fine, right? Working fine. Okay. So it is working pretty good. Now, if you can see this UI, then you will be see this view. This is kind of vertical text view kind of thing. So we can apply rotation for that, but rotation would not work because we need to like change its height equal to its width. Sorry, it's equal to text size. Means its width. So we need to do that. So for that, so what we'll do is, I think it's pretty late right now, and I have this video has also taken so much of time. So let's keep this video till now. In next video I'll cover this vertical text view and the product list also. So for now, if you just want to see that this home button is looking not that good, so what we can do is we can like 50, right? And let's see. Yeah, so it seems very nice right now, right? Now you can see that we also have this status bar on top of this, so we can like we can remove that status bar. I just need to think that how to do that. Set flag, yes, flags. Now our dot attribute full screen. I forgot the exact thing we can use to do that. Let me Google it. Remove status bar, Android. Reduce window manager dot balance dot flag full screen. This should work. Okay, so you can see it works as it is. This device is like a notch device. There is a notch, so that's why it is showing as black. But if you do not have notch, then I think it will be clear. Okay, if you still want to check. So I think let's keep it till now, and we'll catch you in the next video. So in next video, what we'll be implementing, we'll implement this product list, this vertical text view, this favorite thing we also mentioned. For now, goodbye, not goodbye, bye. We'll see you in the next video. Jai Shri Ram. Two things that I forgot to add. So whenever we close and open this menu, we forgot to add animation that could be slide in and slide out. So let's put some animation here. Okay, so as we need to show this animation to the drawer, so we'll cl drawer menu dot start animation. In this animation utils dot load animation, this alt android dot anim dot slide out right, and let's put slide in left. Okay, so whenever we want to visible it, we'll put slide out right and slide in left. Obvious reason, because whenever we click on this menu button, so we need this drawer menu to slide out right. So slide out right, and when we click this, then slide in left. So let's run and let's see what happens. So it's run. So whenever we click, it is not working, right? So there is some issue and we need to find it out. So first of all, we need this drawer menu to be visible and its visibility be gone by default. So we click on this menu, we need to first open it, then close it. So whenever we click on that menu, slide in left, I guess. Okay, if it doesn't work, then we'll do the reverse, but I think slide out right. Let's see. Okay, so it doesn't work, so let's reverse it or put it as it was and run it. So opening is working fine, but there is some issue with the closing. So what we'll do is we'll do the exact reverse of this. We take this, we will copy this, and instead of we will create another animation. So first of all, we create a directory for animation. We'll name it as anim. Keep it anim. Okay. Then we'll create one animation resource file. Name it as slide. Slide in left working fine, so we'll like slide out left. We'll paste everything as it is, but we'll change this to this. Zero and 1 and we'll put slide out left. Sorry, slide. Okay, r.anim dot slide out left. Let's run it again. Let's check how it works. So it's executed. Opening fine, closing fine, opening fine, closing fine. So as you can see, it is working right now. Now, as I've told you that we'll do this product listing thing in the next video. But to see that whether this scalable thing happens or not, what we'll do is we'll create another constant layout. But instead of putting list right now, we'll just put one text view and we'll see that whether it gets scaled automatically or not. So for width we'll use match parent and match parent. ID will be CL product list. Start to end of CL drawer menu and to end of parent, top to top of parent and bottom to bottom of parent. So it's done. Now let's put some text view. Give it width, match parent, wrap content. Give it some random text like no products available. ID TV no products, right? Then we'll give it like top to top of parent and bottom to bottom of parent, so it will be in center, and we'll give start to start of parent and end to end of parent, and we'll give text alignment to center. We'll give text style bold. We'll give font size, text size 15 SSP, maybe more than that, give it 17 SSP. Color would be Android color black. I think it's fine. So let's see whether it is getting scaled automatically or not. So I've executed the app. Let's see. Hope for the best. So I'll mention all the links and all the stuff in the description section, so you need not worry about that. So yeah, you can see no products available. It is in the middle as we have coded. So let's open the menu and close the menu. So it's not working. So let me tell you that why it's not working. So for now we have used this match parent thing. Instead of match parent, we'll put 0dp. So what it will do is, for this 0dp and for this also 0dp, because we have mentioned their start and end both the constraint, so it will be scaled automatically. So now when we run it, this will work, definitely work. Okay, so it's working, right? So as I've told you, it's working. Click is working, click is working. So now we need few changes. We just need to first thing we need to scale these, it's not scale, but put these categories suggested popular and floral. We need to make it vertical. We need to product list, and then we need to mention product detail UI. Yeah, so I think that's it for now for this video. If you have any question, do mention in the comments, and if you have any UI suggestions, if you have any coding suggestion that I've done, you have any suggestion, then do let me know. If you have some UI that you want to implement, do let me know. You can send me an email of the design, and I'll try to implement that. So that's it for the video. Thank you guys. Jai Shri Ram.